Okay, so we're in the shed right now. You can see this thing, it's somewhat accurate, but it's 1.3 Celsius. We've got this little diesel heater we're gonna bust into. Right now I just have this little space heater. It doesn't do much. It uses a lot of power, it doesn't do much. But it was about -5 this morning, so it does something. But hopefully this is the ticket. Okay, open this guy up. Right away we got a bunch of hoses and junk. Not sure, these are probably the air intake. This one on muffler. Air intake. And hose clamps. Various clamps. Flex dude. Let's see if we can vacuum up some of those. It did come with instructions. Don't know if they're any good or not. I think most of these diesel heaters are kind of the same internals. So as you can see, there's a look at the unit. Let's see if we can get that off one-handed. I think that's a little fob. I'm not sure what this is for. Maybe that does the heat. Not sure. There we go. Right upside down. It's gone on, off, and a plus and minus. So yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, it's maybe just so you don't accidentally press anything. Neat. And the controls. I think it's gonna go in this corner. So we walk into the shed at this corner. Got the little bit of a mess in here, but I think it's gonna go right here, underneath the chainsaws. And hopefully I can run the heating hose along that wall. Get the heat to go back into that corner too. It is insulated in here, but it's not quite done. We're gonna put another door here, so losing a lot of heat there probably. And right there. So we're getting the exhaust hooked up. I've got these little clamps and you can get them tightened through this slot. Just in case you're wondering, once you get the clamp in there, you're like, how do I tighten this guy? So both the air inlet and the exhaust come out the bottom of the unit. And then this side is a intake as well. And then this is where the heat comes out. This battery bank. Wired in. Just threw on one of the little tubes to see if heat's coming out. Like I showed this before. And now we're gonna add a little bit of diesel. It's about halfway full. What size the tank? I don't know. Give some power. Okay, it's alive. It's a little ghetto, but I've got the air coming out there. Not in a great spot right above the exhaust, but hopefully I can extend this hose. And the exhaust, I just got get a little heat shield made for it now, but we'll put some either some of that fireproof insulation around the pipe, or we'll buy that piece that acts as sort of a insulated exhaust. Here's the exhaust. I've got it running through just a 3-inch vent tube, and then I've made these little shims, just some thin gauge aluminum or steel. Got a V in it, so the pipe would slot there. And there's the air intake. We might want a little piece of insulation here too, but might be time for a test run. It's not very loud. A little bit of warm air coming off that exhaust there. I can feel it drawing air too. A little noisy at the moment, but once it warms up. Oh yeah, warm. Okay, so this is the start. We're at 5 degrees. Almost exactly 20 minutes. We've gone up to 8.3. What were we up before? Around 5, I think, maybe less. So it's working. It's slowed down. I only have it set to 13 right now. So maybe I'll crank that up a little bit. And a plus and minus that do the temperature. I'm not sure how far it reaches, but it would be nice if it can reach from the house. I don't know. Let's set it to 16. Yeah, still nice and hot coming out of there. So yeah, I think the way that it regulates heat is it just does more or less fuel. Which right now this is not hot at all. The exhaust I'm sure is hot, so I'm not gonna touch that. I'll get close. But yeah, I can feel some heat. Yeah, now that it's warmed up, it's just a very slow click, as you can hear. We can just take a peek at the fuel. You can see a little bit of reflection there. I don't think it's burning much fuel. Well, already there, almost up to 9 degrees. I just connected all these together to see if I could get some heat further into the little shed here. Been around an hour and 10 minutes. We've got up to 12.4. We've got the fan turned right down now, so I figured out how to change either the temperature or the fan speed. We kind of cycle through the controls. Right now it's set to temperature, and then if I hold this button here for a few seconds, there we go, that's our fan control. That's the fan speed at just 1. It goes up to 5. Don't like that you have to hold it to switch between the temperature and the fan speed. It'd be nice if it was just on one of these. But hey, we got heat. It's working. 12 volts of power still. That's one thing. Is this doesn't really tell me. Okay, it says 30%. I didn't charge this up beforehand. The one thing that I'm curious about is whether I can charge this battery pack and run this at the same time. Don't know, but what I'll end up doing is I'll plug this in, and I used to charge this with the solar panel, so maybe that's a long-term option, but I'll probably plug it in temporarily, just charge it up, use it like that. Oh, there we go. Now we're up to 13, so it's working. Well, final check-in. It's been about, I don't know, over 2 hours, I think. Yeah. Pretty comfortable in here now, you know, t-shirt weather. I mean, even over here, it feels pretty good. Alrighty, well, shut this thing down. Let's try using the remote. See how that goes. Oh, there we go. I think this is the stuff we want. It's a shielding insulation, wool based. It's not cheap, but gotta be safe. I'm just doing a little trial with this shielding insulation. Stuff some in this hole, and I also put some in there, and I just want to see whether it's not burnt, but last update, still running good. I put some of this insulation in there. It seems to be the right stuff. It doesn't burn. It did change colors slightly, but it's not burning. Hopefully that takes some of the heat away. Yeah, that's fine. We're good. Here, I apologize, it's nighttime. Well, I mean, it's not really nighttime, but we're in Canada in December, so it gets dark at 4 o'clock. The air intake, I ended up taking a piece of conduit, plastic conduit, clamping it on just to extend it. You can still hear the air being drawn in there. I'm hoping that's far enough away from the exhaust. We'll see. I still need to get a CO monitor in there. And I'm gonna do some changes to this exhaust. I might order one of those flush mount guys and get rid of this muffler. I'll show a picture of that here. And then I'm gonna stuff the entire length full of that insulation. Yeah, the end. Finito.